Hi everyone, Ross here. Welcome back to the channel. If you're a regular here, you'll see that this is something slightly different to what I normally do. Now, normally my hobby is all about painting miniatures, mainly Warhammer 40,000 miniatures, and that's my real love and what I love doing. But I wanted to try something new, so here we are. I've been watching a lot of videos about Gundam recently. A lot of my people that I follow on YouTube, other channels that I genuinely enjoy, have been kind of dipping their toes into this. And I was quite intrigued, and I wanted to give it a go myself. One of the aspects that I do really like about Warhammer 40,000 miniatures, or Games Workshop miniatures in general, is the building side of it. Clipping everything out, putting them together, working out, posing, all of that sort of thing. So when I was sort of like reading up on these and seeing that these are done slightly differently in that they all sort of clip together, there's no glue necessary. In fact, you don't even need to, supposedly, don't need to cut them out of the frame. I was quite intrigued by that, and I wanted to see what it was like, because I'd heard a lot of people talking about it, and I just wanted to give it a go myself. So think of this as a complete beginner's opinion and experience. What filming this now is literally me opening it for the first time and holding these sprues. I've never done this before. I've never seen one of these in the flesh. So yeah, I am a complete beginner. So if I get things wrong, if I pronounce anything incorrectly, then please go easy on me if you're an expert in this sort of stuff. One of the first things that really jumped out on me is having multiple colours on a single sprue, which obviously I'm really used to this kind of grey, just plain grey plastic. So that's quite unusual for me. Quite incredible really how they've done that. It is, yeah, very different for me. Instructions wise, seems very easy to follow. Nothing too complicated here, although this is a very easy sort of beginner's kit. I thought if we're going to start this, I'm going to start with the most basic one. And yeah, everything's kind of labelled up really easily on the sprues. They've got numbered and lettered, nice and easy to kind of find things. You're not having stuff scattered about all over the sprue, which is difficult to find, which unfortunately a lot of Games Workshop kits are quite guilty of. I'm sure there's a good reason why they do that. I can't imagine they design it specifically to make it difficult. There's probably something to do with the moulding process and stuff in order to kind of plan everything and get everything sitting on the sprue properly. But yeah, this is very different in that it is very easy to find everything. And again, I'm still kind of blown away by having the multiple colours on a single sprue. Yeah, quite impressed by that. But yeah, all really good quality, nice stuff, and yeah, it was just a bit of an eye-opener really. So let's start building it. One of the things, again, which is slightly different is that the idea is you're meant to be able to just pop these out, no tools necessary, which is what I did start doing, and it does work, but I am a bit of a perfectionist with this sort of thing, so I started out doing this and then I ended up using my clippers to kind of clip everything out because I wanted to keep everything as tidy as possible. But I think you could easily get away with building one of these without actually having any tools. You know, if you got one of these, say, for somebody for Christmas, they could sit down, build it without having to have any tools necessary. You could kind of just sit and work on it without having to have loads of extra bits and pieces and tools and other things. So yeah, that would definitely work. But yeah, I ended up using clippers and then using my knife to kind of just tidy things up and take some of those little burrs and stuff off the sprue that would come off the sprue. But yeah, I think you could easily get away with just putting it together without having to go through that kind of clean-up step. Now, one of the things about the build that really did impress me was the precision of the parts in terms of fitting them together. I have built push-fit models before from Games Workshop, and it's never quite right. They always sort of feel like the parts don't really quite fit together as well as I would like them to. I'm all for push-fit miniatures. I think, especially for beginners, I think it's a great thing. I genuinely applaud that. I think that anything that makes it easier for somebody to get into a new hobby is a good thing. So something like this, if you can build it without tools or glue, that's such a good thing. However, with Games Workshop stuff, I tend to kind of cut the pins off and glue them together because you always end up with gaps and things, and they're never quite right. I should point out that I'm not being overly negative about Games Workshop stuff at this point. I'm just comparing and contrasting the two different things here. I genuinely love what Games Workshop do. I love their miniatures, and if you want negativity, there are lots of other channels out there that are more than happy to go along that route. I'm more than happy to give constructive criticism, like say about their push fit things, but yeah, I'm not here to kind of just be overly negative about stuff. But up to this point, this process has been an absolute pleasure. The parts are easy to find. They clip together really well. As I said, there's a huge amount of precision in terms of the parts, and they just slide together. It's very satisfying. Again, something that I kind of picked up on other videos of people talking about this sort of stuff when I was doing a bit of research, and what made me want to give this a go in the first place was that talking about how that they just sort of all the parts kind of go together and it feels really intuitive. It's difficult to explain until you actually try it yourself. So yeah, again, this video was kind of really about just wanting to try something new and maybe helping somebody else in the same situation who wants to maybe dip their toe into something new that hadn't tried this before. Because that's exactly what I'm doing right now. This is all completely new to me and a first time thing. So yeah, so hopefully it's helpful to somebody anyway. I've actually really enjoyed it. It's been great. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue with it or if it'll be something else I sort of go down in terms of like adding on to the hobby that I already have, because time is an issue, money is an issue. But yeah, I've genuinely enjoyed it. It's been really, really fun. It's been a nice process. I mean, I think definitely if you are, say, a parent and you're looking for a project for a younger person that likes to do a bit of building or likes models, that sort of thing, these are absolutely perfect. Especially this something like this kit, which is the one of the beginner ones. So easy to do, and really wouldn't need a great deal of supervision or help. You don't need the tools or the glue, all of that sort of thing. So yeah, if you were looking for a gift for somebody who's into this sort of thing, then these are absolutely perfect. I mean, I sat down, started filming this while opening the box for the first time, having never seen one of these before. And I managed to build this, I think, in about an hour and a half with filming and moving a camera around and that sort of thing all at the same time. So, yeah, I think if you wanted to sit down and have a nice little project, this would work really, really well. Something for a rainy afternoon, you know? And especially as I think this kit cost me about £12, so you know you can't really go wrong with that, I don't think. Yeah, a really nice little fun project, and yeah, I've genuinely enjoyed it. It was good, really fun. If you are subscribed to the channel, then I'm sure you're here really for the Warhammer 40,000 stuff, the Games Workshop stuff. But I think it's quite nice to try something new every now and then. Up to this point, the channel has been entirely Warhammer 40,000 stuff, but it is RGB miniatures, so we can try a few different things every now and then. And it is good to try new things. It's good to experience new things. And I was intrigued by this, and I kind of wanted to give it a go. And I think it's quite nice to kind of go into something with no expectations about anything, with no background knowledge. I know absolutely nothing about Gundam or the sort of the background of it, the lore, all of that sort of stuff. I just wanted to try the building thing because that's what I like doing. I like building and I like painting, and it was really good. And if this, and again, hopefully this video will be useful for somebody who's sort of in the same boat or thinking about wanting to maybe try something new. This is a really good experience, and I would highly recommend it. Anyway, hopefully this will be useful for someone and will be a bit of inspiration, maybe go and try something different, try something new, start a new project. Anyway, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon.